Hi everybody and welcome back to Harry's Music Room. Today I went digging for records at a couple of local places. I found a nice stack of 45 7-inch, which I don't normally buy, but I couldn't turn these down. And then I found some good albums. And I got some killer Beatles stuff, but I'm going to save that to the end. But we're going to start with a 7-inch here by Jeff Tweedy. And this is called Summer Moon. And I believe this might have only been available on his website. Anyways, I got this locally for $3. And let's see, make a little room here. Next, another Jeff Tweedy. And this is Susquehanna River, which is interesting because I'm from Binghamton, New York. And the Susquehanna River literally flowed one block from my high school. But this, again, I think this was some kind of a thing available maybe through his website or at the concerts. I'm not too sure. This one's really interesting. This is Wilco, and it's Half-Life, and it's backed with I Can't. But what's interesting about this sleeve is that the sleeve is made up from unused Ode to Joy art book that I believe Wilco was involved with. So remnants of the book that didn't get used, they recycled and used various pages to make these sleeves. So in reality, there's no two sleeves alike, which is kind of cool. That was $5. And then I got a split. This is Wilco and Slater-Kinney. And I'm not too sure what the story is. This might have been a record store day. I paid $10 for this one. It's on orange vinyl. And then I picked up from my favorite album, really. I'm not a big Wilco fan, but I do love this particular album. And this is a 7-inch with War on War and I'm the Man Who Loves You. And both of them are alternate takes and or demos. And that was $5. So somebody turned in their Wilco 7-inch. This is pretty cool because I didn't even know about this. This was a record store day release from 2022, I think. Anyways, it's Karen O and from the Yeah Yeah Yeahs and Willie Nelson doing the cover of Under Pressure, the Queen and David Bowie song. And I love this version. I really do. It's great. And it's on this beautiful blue vinyl. And that was $3. And then this was an $8 pickup, but this is a box set. 3 7-inch records: Space Oddity, Lover to the Dawn, Ching-a-Ling, An Occasional Dream, Let Me Sleep Beside You, and Life is a Circus. And they're all demos. And then this is a box set. 3 records in heavy jackets and a little booklet that comes with it. And then you've got a little postcard. So I thought, I've never even seen this before. This may be a UK only release. But for $8, I thought, yeah, I'll take a chance on that. And now we'll get into, well, first off, I'll show you some LPs. I love the oddball Christmas stuff. And this is Carol Channing, The Year Without a Santa Claus. And she pretty much recites this story. And this is on Camden Records. And I think this is probably from around 1963 or something. Anyways, that was a $5 pickup. Another $5 pickup, Revenge of the Killer Bees. And these are all B-sides. And you've got early Fleetwood Mac, Marshall Crenshaw, Depeche Mode, Rank and File, B-52s, Pretenders, Madonna, and there's more. Talking Heads, Echo and the Bunnymen, Tom Verlaine. So this was another $5 record. And then this is still sealed, and this is Lester Young, and it's Prez. And this is on the Charlie Parker label. And originally this was sold for 96 cents. I paid $5 for it. And then another Christmas album, Ramsey Lewis Trio, More Sounds of Christmas. I've got the other Ramsey Lewis also that they did. This got the original cadet inner sleeve. I think this is from around, I'm going to say 63, 61. I'd have to look it up. But in open shrink wrap, stereo pressing, sold for $5. Absolutely. This was really cool. I've never seen this before. This is an interview with Bob Dylan, WNEW-FM, July 1981. And I have not listened to it yet, but it says conversations with Dave Herman on Heart of Mine, and let's see, I think he talks about 3 different albums, and then Every Grain of Sand, and Shot of Love. So this will be an interesting listen. And this I think I paid $19 for that, only because I've never seen it. And then this is one that Patrick had on his last auction that I wanted. Maybe it was the auction before, but I didn't get to it in time, and somebody else bid on it, so I missed it. But it's okay, because I ended up getting the Chicago, their first album, Quadraphonic, for $6. Now the cover's in pretty rough shape, but the records are in beautiful condition. So I'm very pleased to get that for $6. I do have Chicago 2 in quad also. Now we get into the Beatles. Okay, I picked up a nice 1972 German Horsu pressing of Revolver, and this is on the blue label, which is how I know that it's 72. And then there's also a difference in the logo here at the bottom, which one of them is oval and one's circular. The things you learn being a Beatle collector, the things that will never help you. You know, if I'd have done that in high school, maybe, oh well, never mind. And then another nice 12-inch Oriental Nightfish. Look at this photo of Paul and Linda. Jeez. Oriental Nightfish. And I had to get this one because it's on this beautiful splatter. It's a 2-album set. And it is, here's the back. I'm not even sure what's on it yet. I have not played it, but I will be doing so. 2-album set, beautiful splatter vinyl. I think that one was like $49. And that's it for the 12-inch. Now we get into the 7-inch. Pretty generic. Just a nice condition Lady Madonna on Apple with a real nice sleeve. The record's near mint, so I picked that up for $3. This one here, most people would say, yeah, it's common, but it's not. It's Hey Jude and Revolver, but it has the rare thumb tab opening at the top. And that was only available in the very first pressings of Revolution and Hey Jude. And the back is a straight cut. It's hard to find these for some reason clean. This is probably, maybe I've got 5 or 6 of these now, but this is probably the cleanest one I've got. So be on the lookout for that little thumb tab right there. Now we get into some bootlegs, and I'm a sucker for bootlegs, and especially 7-inch Beatle bootlegs. And this is Revolution and How Do You Do It, and which the Beatles did not release. And this is on the Strawberry Fields Forever label, and it was a record that was pressed for a Beatles gathering, I think in Boston, in the early 70s. 76. So anyways, it's a different version of Revolution, and it's their original version of How Do You Do It. And then we've got John Lennon doing Hound Dog, and we got Paul doing Long Tall Sally. And these bootleg labels are always interesting. This is on Heavy Records. I'm not even going to go into what I paid for the next ones because you wouldn't understand. Okay, what we have here is it's Toby Milo, and this is the first one they did, number 35 of 100 copies. This is on black vinyl. They did another pressing on colored vinyl, but they made 500 of those. Toby Milo was a division of Ticket to Ride, which was located in Olympia, Washington. I used to buy a lot of stuff from them through the mail. And they are the ones that press these, the name was Toby Milo, Tobemilo. But they're the ones that really put out some high quality 7-inch bootlegs and a few 12-inch later too. So that was Get Together, and this had a Rare Apple interview, 2 unreleased songs by Harrison and Dylan. Beatles joined the stage, joined the Stones on Loving, Scared, and Loving, and Shapes of Orange, plus a rare unreleased Apple single. So that's that one. This one was called Life with Lennons, and it had a similar cover to Life with Lions. And this is a 33 and a third, and it's got a song for John on one side, No Bed for Beatle John on the other side. And this is a numbered edition of 269 out of 1,000. And then here's your label. Same on both sides. And then next we have Toby Milo's Studio Outtakes. This is number 395 of 1,000. And here's a listing of the songs that were on here. You gotta remember, this is from the probably late 70s, 76 to 80 maybe. There's your white Apple label. And then they did one called Watching Rainbows. There was later, after this, there was a 12-inch of Watching Rainbows that came out. And there's your song listings. And look at the beautiful, beautiful record. Just gorgeous. I can see why they call it Watching Rainbows. This is pretty scarce. This is a hard one to find. So somebody had turned in their collection, and I got all these at High Voltage Records in Tacoma. So somebody turned in their collection because they're in beautiful shape. And then here's another one. This is Brung to You by Paul McCartney, and this is it contains the promotional messages that Paul put out for the Ram album. And this is on black vinyl. And what we've got is, says, here are some introductions you might like to use before the Ram album. We made them while we were doing Ram, and they're designed to play straight into an album track, or out of it for that matter. Anyway, if you'd enjoy using them, we'd enjoy having you. Very cool. I've not heard this before, so I'm going to be checking this one out. This is still sealed. This is a 2 7-inch record set, and it's the Beatles in Japan. And this is number 1021. Supposedly this is limited to 1,000, but obviously I've got 1,021. I have heard this, and the quality is very good on it. And last, I picked up a bunch of, actually it was given to me very kindly by, well, I don't want to say who, because I don't want to, anyways. I was given these early catalogs of Beatle records, and the prices on these things are just amazing. Of course, this is back in who knows when, 1981. Good Day Sunshine did a Beatle Express tour that you could sign up for, I believe. And this is the Ultimate McCartney Tour. And then there's all kinds of little things that comes with it. Rock auction. And that's the Good Day Sunshine mailing envelope. And then there's more of those catalogs from the 80s of Beatle records that you could buy. And I'm going to go through and just give you a few ideas of prices. Just for example, you could get French, Australian, Israeli copies of Mull of Kintyre. You could get all different countries from all over the world for just about everything. You could get John Lennon's Happy Xmas, Listen, the Snow is Falling, original domestic pressing with a picture sleeve for $3.50. And this is a Dutch pressing with a picture sleeve for $3.50. The prices are just amazing. And then there's a winter catalog, which has pictures of various albums and import 12-inch singles, band and solo. And you had little order forms, just mail in. And at the bottom it would say, please give us an alternate if it's sold out. And look at this. Look at this. We've got the Beatles Mono Collection, $120. Amazing stuff in here. Anyways, that's what I picked. Oh, one other thing I wanted to show. Little blast from the past. I spent a year in Thailand when I was in the Air Force, 1973, 74. And this is a whiskey bottle that I picked up when I was over there. And then on the back, it has a map of Thailand. And then my base was right here. I was at Ubon, which was right on the Laotian border. Anyways, it's kind of cool to have this after all those years. Thanks for watching. Much appreciated. Love to read your comments. I try to respond to all of them. So thank you. Until next time, ciao.